Mateo, someone who can change a lot of things just with his speed, and now he's figuring things out offensively. Hopefully he continues to figure things out when they do give him a chance in the major league level. He's already 23. He played in Nashville last year, so this is his second year in AAA pitching. He's just going to get more experience, and hopefully he figures things out. Not the 6th spot and the 7th spot are really no-brainers. Austin Beck and Lázaro Materos, those two are going to be together regardless, next to each other. Those guys are going to be the future of the outfield. Everyone knows how much I love those two. But the 8-1, I have Logan Davidson, the first-round pick of this year, the 29th overall pick in the MLB draft, who signed for $2,424,000. His overall rating, this is how the MLB pipeline rates him with his overall skill: 45 rated hitting, 50 power, 55 running percentage or whatever, 55 rated arm, and 55 rated fielding. Now, Logan Davidson has been somewhat bad so far in his professional career. At Clemson, he was hitting a .291 batting average with a .412 on base percentage, 15 home runs, 55 ribbies, 18 doubles, and 17 stolen bases. And the thing where the A's liked him, he is a high-risk player in most people's eyes. A lot of people think that he can't hit with wood. He was using those metal bats, and that really threw him off, I guess. And he's just not been doing well with the wooden bat. So that might come to play. But does he have the potential to figure things out? Yes. But so far in Vermont, he is batting .095 batting average-wise. .240 on base percentage, only has 2 hits and 4 walks and almost 20 at bats. Now that's really bad so far, but sometimes these kids take a while to get going. They just got done with the college series. Clemson was a really good team. So let's see what can we do with Logan Davidson. But I have him at the 8th spot just because he's one of those first-round picks that you just got to give the respect to at least put him in the top 10 of the overall prospect list for your team. Jace Kaprielian is my number 9. Jameson Hanna is my number 10. Kaprielian has been doing somewhat okay with his career so far with Oakland, pitching for the first time for Oakland since being acquired this year. So 9, I have James Kaprielian, and Hanna has been somewhat okay with the Oakland Athletics as well. Sheldon Neuse has been raking. I think they'll upgrade him to an 11. I think he was at a 12 rating-wise. Ehrman is going to be the 12th person for me. Luis Barrera is going to be 13th. Grant Holmes is going to be 14th, even though Grant Holmes can probably get an upgrade just because he's pitching way better this season. But hopefully, let's see what goes. Dalton Jeffries at a 15 for me. Nick Allen 16, 17 Diekman, 18 Sky Bolt. I'm going a little faster for these guys just because we already know what they're about. I'm going to basically stop for the newer acquisitions we got from the draft or the international draft, or I'll stop at a certain player that I'll probably like. But who do we stop at? Okay, Sky Bolt at an 18. Brian Howard at a 19. Now, Brian Howard, I want to just give props. He's been doing phenomenally well with the Midland Rockhounds. He should be given a AAA spot soon. I want to see what he can do in AAA. I think he has enough innings pitched in Midland, and he should be given a shot. You know, I mean, if Dunshee got the shot, who I have after him at the 20 spot, he should be given a shot. Now, the Las Vegas stadium that they have in the Aviators team spot, or the facility, whatever you want to call it, has been hitter-friendly, not pitcher-friendly. Dunshee was having a phenomenal year with the Midland Rockhounds, and as soon as he got called up, it was just very hard for him to be consistent. And so far, he has been tested, but I think Dunshee will figure it out soon. Hopefully, he can figure it out soon. We already saw that sometimes these parks can be a lot harder to pitch in, and probably that's going to be the reputation in that new Las Vegas spot that they're at. And it's a little tricky with the hitters, because you never know if the hitters are getting a little extra boost with this friendly pitcher park. But 21, I have Kevin Morrell. 22, I upgraded Jonah Heim just because I'm a huge Heim fan. I think Heim has the potential to be a very, 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 very great player. Sorry, there's an ice cream truck going by. But Jonah Heim, definitely one of those guys should be at least an upgrade down to 4 spots. Definitely. Hogan Harris, 23. Tyler Baum, the second pick for the A's in this year's draft. Now, I'm going to stop here just because I want to talk about Tyler Baum. We don't know much about him. But right now, what we know, he has 4 good pitches. 4 good pitches that he can throw either averagely or above averagely. The fastball is rated at 55, curveball rated at 55, slider rated at 55, changeup rated at 50. Now, the 50 is usually the average rating. Anything above 50 is above average. So this guy has a 50 rated control, and he is a North Carolina pitcher. Came straight out of North Carolina, had a 7.3 record, 3.87 ERA, 93 innings pitched, and 99 strikeouts. Pretty good overall numbers. Now, I think Tyler Baum is going to be a hit or miss type pitcher. He definitely has the stuff to stay as a starter, but if he starts getting knocked around a lot and he's struggling a lot with controller stuff, because he's just rated as an average control pitcher, I mean, he's not as big. He's 6, I think he's 6'1" or 6 foot. Top 6'2", that's the tops that I can go, but I think he's 6'1". He's not going to intimidate people with his size. Average looking pitcher. And in Vermont, he has a 2.25 ERA and 4 innings pitched with 3 strikeouts. Not as much to carry on about like most of these new draftees that are coming in for these lists. But I think a 24 is pretty good enough for him. If the year goes better for him, if he keeps pitching pretty good, he can probably get an upgrade within the season. Who knows? You know, I mean, his stuff might be good enough to stick around for a while with the A's and hopefully do damage pitching-wise. But Tyler Baum is definitely one of those question marks later on in the future. So the 24 spot is Tyler Baum. 25 is Tyler Ramirez. Another Tyler after Tyler. That's great. Edwin Diaz at the 26. Brady Feigl at the 27. Alfonso Reyes at 28. Dairon Blanco as a 29. And Kyle McCann at the 30. Now, the reason why I put Kyle McCann at the 30, I mean, he was a 4th-round pick, but he was a steal in the draft regardless. It was just worth taking the risk. He was someone who is a catcher who has power. A lot of people loved the power that he possessed with his stint in Georgia Tech. He came from Georgia Tech, batting .299, a .468 on-base percentage. Now, this is where things go drastically over the park with me. 23 home runs and 221 at-bats. Now, he's also patient. 62 walks. With Georgia Tech. And the thing that, okay, so if people want to say, okay, that's in college though, we need to see what he can do in baseball with the minor leagues and see what he can do with the wooden bat. So far, already has 3 home runs and 12 walks. So he does possess a high on-base percentage. Rather than an average. So he might be one of those guys that are hitting low for average-wise, but are getting base a lot. And that's something that I really respect him for. Defensive-wise, he's rated 45. Fielding-wise, in the arm is average out of 50. He's kind of rated slow with 30 overall. Hitting is 45, but the power is at a 55. So I think McCann has the potential in being something for the Oakland Athletics. This guy is definitely another one of those hit and miss type of people, just like anybody, I think, in the prospect picture. But definitely, Kyle McCann could be something special for Oakland. And just out of respect of what he's about, just out of respect of what he can do, I think he is going to be tested. He's hitting in Vermont. The next level he's going to go to is Stockton. If he can keep hitting in Stockton, probably by next year can be at Midland. And hopefully he would just keep hitting and hitting for power, adjust his defensive game, has very, very great catchers in the system to go along with him. And I think that's going to be great for Kyle McCann. The other catcher that I was happy to get was Drew Milas, but he is on the 60-day DL list, and that's why I have him out on the list, or else I would have put him at least in the 25 because he has one of the best defensive skills in the whole draft this year. And Drew Milas, that was someone I mentioned 2 episodes ago. So I just got to give respects to Drew Milas out there. But Kyle McCann is at my 30 spot. Now that's my top 30 list. Top 30 list. A lot of people could say, it's okay. It might be good, or this can be better. There's some guys I think that should be somewhere else. There's some guys you didn't even mention that can be in that list. That's okay. You know, later on, I'm going to post on Instagram under my account, Athletics Dynasty. You guys should give it a follow. Just reached 2,000 followers. Very, very hyped up about that. But I might update this list and just further look into. But that's just out of the top of the head with literally no much time to prepare. But that's just my list. You guys can comment about that on the comments under the Spreaker website, or under our website, I guess. But that's generally what I want for the list. I think that's what I think should be fair. And I'm hoping for it to be slightly accurate to MLB pipelines. They might surprise me with a few new faces, maybe, that I don't even think that should be on the list. But I don't know. I may be missing people, I may not. But you guys can definitely give your opinion. So on another note, the A's also acquired someone new that is in the minor league system as well for the Oakland Athletics, who has MLB experience. Was at the Independent League with the New Britain Bees, hitting .282, 396 on base percentage, 5 homers, 28 ribbies, and 6 stolen bases. Taylor Motter, former Seattle Mariner, really was given the chance to come back into the American baseball picture. Just been flat out raking so far. In Midland, 381 average, .536 on base percentage, 2 homers, 6 RBIs in 21 at bats, 8 hits, 2 stolen bases, and that's a Midland. And I think the next destination would probably be AAA, especially since Franklin Barreto might be here to stay. And who knows? Maybe Jorge Mateo might come in after trading away Profar. Maybe, I don't know, because Profar is not looking too great right now. Looks like he's going to be taking away a lot of playing time with the Barreto replacement. Something I think should have been there since the start. Everyone knows how I feel about Barreto, but hopefully things can work out of how they're supposed to. And just ending this out with great news, because I know I started off with a little horrible news with the passing of Tyler Skaggs. But 2 All-Stars are representing the Oakland Athletics. Matt Chapman, who was announced earlier this week, was going to be called for his first all-star gig for the MLB, representing the Oakland Athletics. 262 average, 350 on-base percentage, 21 homers, 52 RBIs, 3 triples, 22 doubles, and a 4.3 WAR. He is on pace to have